Hi, Facebook. So I'm going to be talking today about how to make your personal statement pop when you're applying to Residency Match. Excuse my manners. Good afternoon. I hope everybody had a really good day. At work, we're doing whatever you were doing today. So hi there, Gail Force. So today I'm going to be talking about something that I get a lot from clients who are working on their Residency Match applications. I'm going to move Instagram over here a little bit. So hi again to people who have joined on Instagram and people who are here on Facebook. So I'm going to be talking about a question that I get. It is extremely common. I had it this morning in a consultation even. It happens every time I'm talking with someone about their application. How can I write something that makes me stand out? Specifically in the case of Residency Match, people are concerned about standing out because essentially everybody is going through the same process, right? So everybody has gone to medical school, everybody is focused on getting these stellar grades oftentimes. Hey Gail, thanks for tuning in. Oftentimes many people actually do have these stellar grades, right? So now it's time to kind of, you're going to compete. You don't want to think of it as competing with your classmates, but hey, especially if you're an IMG, you are competing with your classmates for Residency Match position. So we are going to talk about how to make your personal statement actually stand out. How is this possible? All right, so the first thing that actually came up in the consultation with the person who I was talking with this morning is that unless you have done something amazing with your life in the past couple of years, which I mean you have, right, by actually getting through medical school, but unless you have an achievement that is just so huge, it's so big, the first thing, and we're going to cover three things, so just stick around for the three things. The first thing is that it's very unlikely that there is one thing that you have done that's just going to stop the show and make every program director who reads it go, oh my God, this is so amazing. So just kind of take that out of your head to begin with, like I need to sit and I need to locate this one thing that just makes me so exceptional more than everyone else. That's not the road to standing out, and that's not going to make it happen. So if you're like most people, it's going to be a combination of things. So you want to sit and start thinking to yourself, what are the different accomplishments, the different experiences that have made me, and specifically for you within experiences, the different patient experiences that have made me ready for residency and that actually make me stand out. And it's going to be the combination of a few things, not everything, because nobody likes to be hit over the head with any kind of content. So it's not everything together, but it's going to be a few key things. So your job and your responsibility in terms of taking the next step is to sit and to figure out what are those key things that when I put them together, absolutely make me memorable. Okay, if you have any questions about that, definitely let me know. So that's the first one. It's not one thing, it's a combination of things, and your job is to figure out the combination of key things that actually makes you memorable. The other thing is to, which is point number 2, is to think about the fact that people aren't normally going to be impressed by just the thing. So I accomplished this thing, or I was able to, get this child who had this crazy diagnosis that no one could figure out, and I went online and I did some research and I found something in NJM or whatever that gave me the solution, and so therefore it's amazing. Being able to tell us one thing or a few key things that together make you memorable is not the key, because what's going to happen and what often happens, sorry, flipping that H there. So what often happens to people is that they'll just list. So I did this, I did this, I did this, and oh my goodness, look, I'm so amazing, because all of these things together show that I'm amazing. What you really want to do is to get behind what you achieved and tell us the why. Like, why was that important? So don't assume that people reading hundreds of applications are going to have time to sit there and figure out for you why this thing that you achieved is so important. It's your job to let us know that on top of this accomplishment, on top of this achievement that you pulled off, this is the reason that it mattered, right? This is the big why that makes it important. So that's the second thing. The third way to make your Residency Match personal statement pop, to make it stand out, is to use certain writing tools. And if you've been around Memorable Essay for a while, you've probably heard me talk about these tools. There's 7 of them. They're absolutely essential and they work all the time. If you've downloaded any of the workbooks that I have on my website at memorableessay.com, you've seen them too. In terms of a quick run through, you can think of it as CARESS, so it's CAARESS. It's going to be clarity, it's going to be authenticity, it's going to be anecdotes, hi Brad, it's going to be relevance, it's going to be emotion, it's going to be specificity, and for people who can pull it off, it's going to be surprise as well. So you're going to have these 7 tools that you can take advantage of in order to be memorable. Out of all of the 7 tools, the one that is most important is always going to be clarity. So clarity is one of the 7, but the reason that clarity is so important is because, again, you are trying to be memorable. And there is absolutely no way that you can be memorable if you are not clear. In fact, I think if people are honest when they're giving you feedback on your statements, a lot of times, hey Jasmine, I hear from people and okay, 5 of my friends read this, or 6 or 7 of my friends read it, and they all gave you feedback. So it's like what you have sent to me or what you have people reading is just like a pot of confusion because there's so many different views and really it's just not clear. So clarity is going to be the #1 tool that you can use in making yourself memorable. And I would say next up would be like relevance, right? Because you want to tell people something that's relevant, and there's also going to be the use of anecdotes. But there is just no way that anything that you write in an application is going to pop for the purpose of being memorable or getting you admitted if it's not clear. All right. So those are the 3 things that I wanted to talk about today. Hi, Annabelle, welcome. So if you're just joining us, like Annabelle, hey, what I was talking about today is basically how to make your residency match personal statement pop. And these are actually rules that carry over, hey there, to your interview prep. And so the things that we went through, and I'm just going to reiterate it, wherever in the world you live, we're going to go over the things that make you memorable. And the first one is to realize that it's very unlikely that there is one thing, just like one thing in the whole world that makes you memorable and makes you stand out. It's going to be a combination of key things, and you want to sit and to figure out what that specific combination is and give it to people. The other thing, which is very pertinent, you can't do this on your CV, so definitely be sure to do it in your personal statement, is that you don't only want to be telling people about your achievements and your experiences, but you want to be telling them why. So why does it matter? Why was this achievement? Why was this experience key? You want to be giving us that background information because it will also help you to be memorable. And the third reason for if you just joined is that there are going to be 7 writing tools that are going to be very key to making you memorable. Hi, Kalia. They are tools that work. They work from the world of advertising, marketing, people who are familiar with that. They're basically just communication tools. And there's 7 of those tools. And as I said, if you've ever downloaded any of the workbooks that I have on the Memorable Essay website, I'm always talking about them. They're clarity, anecdotes, authenticity, relevance, emotion, specificity, as well as surprise. And so the one that you want to focus on when you are focused on being memorable is the clarity. You want to have one overall main message that is clear, and to have that clarity go into all aspects of it. Do I help students get into graduate school? I absolutely do. So you can just go to the link in bio and click. All right, so that's all I have for today. It is so hot. I keep trying to get fans and my cooler lights, but it's absolutely hot. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. And it's definitely possible for you to stand out without having done something, ultra amazing and show-stopping, because the truth is that most people at this stage in their medical career have not made that happen. So you just want to figure out what are all the key things for you that have made that possible, and to know how to communicate it. All right, take care. Bye. It is so hot. Oh my God. Woo.